Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, baseball collector, and it's Sunday night, and tonight's a very special Sunday night because it's the beginning of Shark Week on Discovery Channel, and I don't know about you, but I am a Shark Week freak. I love watching all the stuff. I use my record button a heck of a lot this week to make sure I record all the shows and watch them when I can, but I've just always loved Shark Week, which also makes me petrified of going into the ocean. So I don't know about you, but it's just, yeah, big weenie, you know. I just feel like I look like a giant buffet to a shark, you know. So I just, you know, it's not my thing. But I do love watching. I think I'm fascinated by sharks, and Shark Week is so much fun. And so that starts tonight. So that'll be cool. But that's not what this video is about. What this video about and where this came from was yesterday. I was out at the ranch with Julie, and we had kind of a lazy day. We worked some in the morning on some projects, but kind of sat around all day. And so I'm looking at, there goes Norman, and I'm looking at the feed on my YouTube channel, and I'm like, good grief. And Saturday is not really usually one of those high upload days for the community and channels that I follow. So it got me thinking about this video idea, this idea of how much is out there now. I mean, there are so many people making content, and it's really great. I mean, it's not a bad thing that the community just seems to be growing and growing and growing. It can just be one of those things that's overwhelming. Kind of like the hobby, right? I mean, prices are going up. I've also been pretty frustrated lately with prices on things, just not being able to pick up stuff as much as I would like. Because I'm just not going to pay. I'm just not going to, again, I've been doing this 40 years, so I'll wait it out. The cards will still be there. And so I've been picking up much, much less, not from a money standpoint, or from a, it's not that I don't have the money, it's I'm just not willing to spend the money on cards that I think are not worth what they're being sold for. So it's a patience thing for me. And that may come back to bite me in the butt later if things just keep going, but what are you going to do? Okay. So I was back to my point of this whole, the YouTube community and it growing and all of that. I kind of did some research just because I was really curious. I am currently subscribed to about 325 channels. And what I want this video to really be is incredibly interactive. What I would love to hear is kind of as I start spouting out things, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to be seeing lots of cool comments and kind of talking through this a little bit. But it's, you know, you're sifting through this giant sea. I have 325 channels that are all sports card related that I am subscribed to. I'm subscribed to a few other channels, but nothing, mostly it's 99.9% sports card related. And there's some big channels I'm not subscribed to. I'm not subscribed to the Sports Card Investor. I'm not subscribed to PSA Collector. So those guys put out videos quite a bit too. And just yesterday, just on Saturday, there were 48 videos posted. And that's not even including, there were some guys that went live, and I don't watch the breakers pretty much. I mean, I'm subscribed to a few of them, but if they're, you know, on for 6 hours breaking stuff, I'm not watching that at all. Because like most of you, there's only so much time in a day that you can allocate towards the hobby. And that can be, if we think about what encompasses the hobby, it can be watching YouTube, it can be responding to comments, it can be making your own videos, it can be looking for cards on different, you know, online sources. And so there's only so much time that someone can allocate to that. Of the 48 videos that were in my feed just yesterday, just on Saturday, I added up all the time. It would be 8 hours, 45 minutes, and 11 seconds if I watched all of them. And again, that's excluding the breakers that are going live and for hours and hours on end. How do you guys do it? How does anyone, and I know my answer to this, and what I want to hear is what your answer is to this. How do you kind of sift through all of the stuff in your feed? So, I don't know. Are people subscribed to even more channels than I am or less? Are people being incredibly selective about what videos they watch? what makes you decide to click on a video or not? And I'll tell you kind of how I feel about that and the way I look at it. Yours going to be probably very different, and that's what I want the interaction in the comments to be about, is to see how other people do it. So for me, I probably have 10 channels that are must watch for me, and those include my close friends. Those include maybe just some people that I really enjoy their content, and so those are people that pretty much, if they do a video, I watch it. And that's, I don't even know the number. I should have gone through and looked and counted how many channels for me are must watch. Like, I will watch whatever they put out, every second of it. Then there's the channels that I watch occasionally, and then there's some channels in my feed that I hardly ever watch them. And that's not to be rude to them or to knock what they're doing. It's just not my cup of tea necessarily. But I'm subscribed to them mainly because you say, well, then why are you subscribed to them? And the answer is either I've seen a video before that I liked that they did in terms of like just really engaging me, and so I subbed them, or, there's a lot of reasons. But with all of this content that's being put out every day, so much of it going out there, how do you differentiate yourself from everybody else? How do you make your video something that people want to click on and watch and spend their precious, valuable time watching and hopefully learning something and getting something from? And that's where I think the rubber meets the road. I think if you're a channel that simply does what everybody else is doing, whatever that is, whether it's opening mail or doing box breaks or whatever, and you're not adding any color to that, then I think you're going to have a tough road to hoe getting people to watch more consistently. And some people don't care, and that's fine. They don't care if they only get 20 views or 50 views or however many views they get. They just like, I'm just doing it because I want to do it and I enjoy making content. Great. There is nothing wrong with that. But I think I can't speak for everyone. For myself, I do this for me, yes, and I do it for my close friends, but you want people to enjoy what you're doing. You want people to connect with you and kind of see things like you see them in a way that, yeah, that is a cool card. And I have that for several channels where I watch that I don't collect that sport or I'm not into that, but I see the passion and the knowledge that they have, and it gets me all jazzed up to watch a football video, or it could be, Tiddlywinks video, and if they have the passion and I can see it and it comes through. And that's where I think personality matters a lot in differentiating yourself, where you can be personable, you can be knowledgeable, you can be and not so much where you're condescending to people. That's not a good way to be. Some people think that I'm that way, and certainly not my intention. If you take my videos that way, then that's more on you probably than me. But I just be yourself. That's the biggest thing I tell people, is just be yourself. But when you're trying to choose from this sea and this glut of videos that are out there on YouTube about sports cards, are you looking at the title? Are you looking at the thumbnail? Is it the content creator? I'm sure all of those things play some role in determining whether or not you actually spend your time doing that. I've heard of some guys, and I don't do this a lot because I haven't really figured out how to do it, but some guys will watch videos at 1.5 or 2 times speed, just to kind of speed it up and make a 10-minute video 5 minutes or whatever, or they skip around on videos. And I don't do that either, for no other reason than I'm there to watch. If I'm going to click on your video, I want to watch, the whole thing. But some people do that. I take that back. On some box breaks, I will click to the end and see a summary. So I just kind of told a fib there. But only on box break. If I'm just watching a normal person who's just showing off a mail day or something in their collection or whatever, I'm typically going to watch the whole thing. So how do you guys do it? How do you determine, yep, I'm going to spend some of my time watching this video? How did you determine whether or not you were going to click on this video and watch it tonight or tomorrow or whenever you do? And there are a lot of people that use watch later lists, and I think that's a really cool YouTube feature. That's not something I do. So pretty much if I don't watch it that day, it's going to get replaced by 48 to 50 more videos tomorrow. and I'll end up not watching your video, even though I may have had very good intentions to do so. It'll just start getting lost in the sea of content that's out there. And so I would love you guys to tell me what makes you want to click, and not for me. I mean, if you're going to watch it, you're going to watch it. This is more of kind of just a curiosity, more of a, man, it's really getting big and the community is really growing and so many people are putting out content. You can't watch it all. It's just impossible. I mean, it could literally be a full-time job. Garrett Cardcutter and I were talking about this earlier. I mean, it could be a full-time job just watching sports card videos on YouTube. In fact, that some people literally, that it's like we could have a channel that all they do is tell you, like it'd be like news of the day. Like, here's what happened on the YouTube sports card community yesterday, or what's coming up today. And I know there's some guys that do some of that kind of stuff, and it's interesting to watch and see what they find important in the community of what's being put out there. So kind of a ramble here, but just a fascinating thing I was thinking about, going, there's no way I could even watch all this, even if I wanted to. So how's everybody else dealing with that? How is everybody else? Because you want to support people. You want to, they're not doing it, I think, just for giggles. They're doing it because they want to share something, knowledge, a card, a story, or whatever. And so they're spending their time creating content for us to enjoy. And so what is it that makes you, go down the rabbit hole with somebody? And because I think it's true for almost all of us, we're subscribed to way more channels than we watch diligently. And just a curiosity, just to kind of figure out what's going on with you guys in that, because I think it's fascinating. I love that the hobby's growing. I love that the YouTube community is growing, and just we got to all work together to try to figure out. Give me some advice. Tell me, hey, you should be doing this. What about doing that? I would love to hear comments and feedback on that. Or Mike, you're a complete idiot. That would be probably the most appropriate comment you could write. Write, because you'll be writing a comment. So there you go. That's my video for today. I've got some mail coming in tomorrow. I haven't been buying much at all because prices, like I said earlier, are just kind of, for me, just kind of crazy. I am going to Mikey Mantle's shop tomorrow up in Oklahoma City. Moore, Oklahoma, technically. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully I can get some nice vintage deals from him. At worst, I just get to see him because I'm taking Jessica back to college tomorrow. She's going back to school and up at OU. So super excited to kind of launch her out again, because the world's just so crazy and she's finally getting to go back to school, and who knows if she'll be there a week or a month, or who knows. But she's coming back up there. I'm hopefully going to see Andy tomorrow. She buying me the refractors. We're going to meet up at the card shop and hang out. So fun day tomorrow, but be getting some mail in early this week, and I can show you guys some stuff. And again, leave a comment, whatever it is. I want to hear it. I want to hear it, have a nice dialogue. And there's no wrong way to do it. I guess I should have said that at the very beginning. There's no wrong way to do this thing. Like what you like, do what you do, watch what you watch, but we can't all watch everything. And so let me know what you think. All right, guys, that's it. Enough rambling from me. Hope you have a great night and a great week coming up. Keep collecting.